The mouse that roared. My flying mice are props here. Um, uh, an interesting, watchable comedy. It's not one of the best of Peter Sellers, who is one of the best comedians, actors ever, being the Doctor Strangelove or how I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb, the Inspector Clouseau, Pink Panther series, of course. I'm Alright Jack, phenomenal actor. Some of the best movies ever made are there, indeed. A strange man, Outre, in his private life. We've had a film about his life recently, and we've seen that he was a bizarre man. But then artists tend to be. What was that recent quote? When you're so you're so capable of extraordinary, great, good things, you're also capable of incredibly silly ones. So there you go. The Mouse That Roared. It's about a small country, fictional, but we can talk Liechtenstein, Luxembourg. Indeed, BBC the other day, yesterday, we had an interview, and our very own former general prosecutor was talking from Luxembourg because she's now the head of the prosecutor's office for the European Union. And hopefully, she will have a chance to do a lot of things, in spite of the fact that Hungary, Poland, and others wouldn't cooperate, which will make things difficult. Let's hope not impossible. So, small countries. That's the idea. The small country that roars. Peter Sellers again plays various characters. He plays the Grand Duchess of the Dukedom. I think that might be the name of this place that roar, the mouse, Termina. Peter Sellers is also one of the officials. Peter Sellers is the one who leads the army that conquers, wins over the United States. That's part of the absurd of the comedy. The United States comes not begging, but humbly to ask for a peace treaty to be signed because of what? They lost I think they called it the Q bomb. So something bigger, bigger warmth than the H bomb. And it's so terrible, although it's this small, which doesn't make sense, but then it's a comedy of the absurd. It's not Eugene Ionesco and rhinoceros running on the street, but close to that. In that they take this, as I said, small thing, this small bomb, and it makes for some funny slap comedy. They run at various points. They think that the bomb might go off, and it's capable of incredible damage, destroying a continent, really. And that's why once they have it, the dukedom will have won over the grandiose US of A, or of Eric. It was suggested in Lake Wobegon days, and we can think Eric as maybe the heir of the present very stable genius, big ruler, favorite, it seems, to take the reins of the cult of Trump once this will have gone away, if he ever does so in the next 10 years. Um, so we hope we will, but we'll see about that. So they have this political message, if you will, in there. Smaller countries that's what they discuss at one point would be better able to control disarmament, control, and perhaps eventually obtain peace, because the big powers have not done so. It's the 50s, 60s, a period of tensions for reasons of potential nuclear Armageddon. I'm not sure, but it might be after the infamous Cuban Missiles Crisis, when the two powers came to this close to a conflict, possibly a nuclear one, if they really started shooting heavily at each other over the presence of Soviet missiles in Cuba, close to Miami. What is that, 60 miles maybe off the coast of the US, Florida? They talk about that. They have the Russians, British, French lining up at the gate, literally at the gate of this small place. It's incredibly small. It's so small that it also makes for humor when the Duchess is talking to the prisoners, her envoy, played also by Peter Sellers. She is also Peter Sellers in character. So she talks to the guests, aka prisoners, and she says, "You, my dear, will have the room next to mine." I mean, it's a big house, maybe, but that's all there is. It's a small. And outside the gate, the Russian, because with this special bomb, the place, a small country, the mouse that road becomes so key, and they try all kinds of tricks to manipulate, to insinuate themselves, as the Russians do now and they did 4 years ago for the idiot in the American elections. Interesting, not, as I said, Dr. Strangelove, but interesting.